Hey everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Wednesday, April 10th, 2024. So we saw some selling today. It was a really probably the easiest day we've had. Not really the easiest. I think last Thursday when we had that really big trade, that was the easiest one. But this one was really pretty simple. Again, we were expecting down today. So once we got down to these levels and we bounced up from here, what I was really looking for was you don't want to be looking to take a trade in the first drop. You're going to get a head fake. So we waited for the bounce, and again, we had the AI giving us the heads up on on where to look for the trade, and we basically got in right here, and we were in the trade I think for 45 minutes, and made, if you had one contract, you made $1,200. That's with the $1,300 investment, and if you had 10 like me did, you made 12,000. So it was there was zero stress whatsoever. Once we got up here and it started coming down, it was simply just place your stop at entry and see where it goes. And then once we kind of got down to these levels, I just took profits and called it a day. We could have made a little bit more, but I really wasn't too interested in that. So tomorrow we actually have it's not set up for tomorrow, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. But it's actually, we're looking for a bullish day, and we do have some bullish divergences here on the 15-minute chart. And if we look on the 60, you can see we kind of have them here too. It's not really that defined, but you can see this was the pivot level that I had down. This is from last night. Once they made it up to the second pivot, it looks a little bit bigger. And then we once we got through this, the trade really was seeing if they were going to run into the resistance zone, which exactly where they did, and that's when we got the trade, and from there went straight down on it, and that was it. So let me go through what was the rhyme and reason on everything. So here you can see this is in the morning. I said this is at 10:16. This was set up from the the AI, and it said it's a scalp. Look to enter a trade above the 51.67 and then buy the puts on it. So that was pretty much what we were looking at. And when I go back to this, the 67 really wasn't any, there wasn't really that much resistance there. So I waited on it, and once we hit this resistance right here is when I took the trade. So it's a combination of both human as well as AI that's pulling these trades, and why we're able to make really good gains on these. So this was the trade that I put in on it, and it was a vertical. And again, this is 10 contracts. A lot of people do. I think somebody did 2. They did pretty well as well. But even if somebody did 1, they're still made $1,250, and the entry was only 1,300. Well, 1,380. You can see that here. So this was where we were filled on the entry here. You can see that the limit was 1,425, filled at 1,380, and here we closed it for 2,470. But the good part about this is look how short a time period it was. So we got into this trade at 10:44. Closed it at 11:50 and made, if you had one contract, you made $1,250. If you had 2 contracts, you made $1,250. I can't even do my math right now. $2,500. So it was, it was overall a good trade. And now, like I said, tomorrow, the perfect scenario would be if we get a move down tomorrow into this 51.30 level. That's what I would really like. Shake out some bulls, because we are setting up a short-term buy coming in here, and you can see with the 15-minute charts with the buy signals. And if we get here, you can see that the support is going to be right between the 51.30 and this gap right here at 51.20. So this is going to be the ideal buy spot if they blow right through it. Obviously, that's not going to be the case on it. So we want to, that's the good thing about these is that we're able to start the day with a clean slate. But, just remember what I've been saying. We've been looking for this April time period for a top. I had mentioned that it could start as soon as April 1st. Woody has his date it was right around that April 22nd. And this was all kind of put in back in November. So we're at a point that you have to pay attention, and that's what I've been saying with this. But you're going to get big moves in both directions. So the bulls are going to have to get it above the first part. Well, the right here, 51.60 is a pivot. If they get above it, we have this resistance at 51.78. And if they can get through that, then we're looking at a move at the 5,200. Bears, they need to take out these lows. This is the support zone. I'd be very careful shorting unless we gap down there. But, just look both ways right now because this is a topping process. And, anybody that's been a member for a while, tops are around it. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Bottoms are V's. Tops are around it, and that's what's happening right now. So it's a topping process, and I just wouldn't get caught up in everything. So with that, have a great night. If anybody's interested in the credit spread, a couple quick things on this is that I have down there that you needed 45,000 to get into this. But the reason why is that there's a regulation rule where you can't day trade options for unless you have 25,000 in your account. I was just giving it a buffer. If somebody has a little bit of a smaller account, shoot me an email if you're interested in this. But like I said, it's been pretty easy trading, and really the whole key is figuring out what you want to do. Either you're going to do the credit spreads where we're just going to kind of consolidate, or you're going to do the debit spreads when we get the big moves. And that's really the most important part of it. So with that, if you guys are interested, shoot me an email. I'll go over some details. And with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.